kakali. Bijil gati nila sang yang sunyang talo kadigelap sumerasa sumber pingarangku peraja menalil. Bijil! Gati nila sang yang kawi suara murti mungal punang tatu carita. Carita niyan, kala nila sila William Shakespeare ngawit kanang Tempest carita. Sama kanil, aduh.
If by your art, my dearest father, you have put these wild waters in this roar, allay them. Oh, I have suffered with those that I saw suffer. Poor souls, they perished.
Wipe thou thine eye. Have comfort. There is no soul, no, not so much perdition as an hair betid to any creature that was in that vessel which thou sawest sink. Canst thou remember a time before we came unto this cell? I do not think thou canst, for thou wast then not out, 3 years old.
But certainly, sir, I can. Had I not 4 or 5 women once that tended me?
Thou hadst, and more, Miranda. What seest thou else in the dark backward and abysm of time? If thou canst remember aught ere thou camest here, how thou camest, thou mayest.
But that I do not.
12 years since, Miranda, 12 years since, thy father was the Duke of Milan and a prince of power.
Sir, are you not my father?
I am. And you, my only heir, a princess, no worse issued.
Oh, the heavens. What foul play had we that we came from thence? Or blessed was we did?
Both, my girl. By foul play, as thou seest, were we heaved hence, but blessedly holp hither.
Please you further.
My brother and thy uncle called Antonio, I pray thee mark me, that a brother should be so perfidious. He who, next thyself, of all the world I loved, and did give the manage of my state, being myself transported and wrapped in secret studies, thy false uncle, having both the key of officer and office, did set all the hearts in the state to what tune pleased his ear. Dost thou hear me?
Your tale, sir, would cure deafness.
To put no screen between this part he played and him he played it for, he needs will be absolute Milan, confederate so dry he was for sway, with the King of Naples, whereon one midnight, fated to the purpose, did Antonio open the gates of Milan, and in the dead of darkness hurried thence me and thy crying self.
Wherefore did they not that hour destroy us?
Dear, they durst not. So dear the love my people bore me. But with colours fairer painted their foul ends. In few they hurried us aboard a bark, not rig nor tackle, mast nor sails. Instinctively the very rats have quitted.
How came we ashore?
By providence divine, some food we had and some fresh water that a noble Neapolitan Gonzalo did give us.
Would I might but ever meet that man.
Now I rise, sit still, and hear the last of our sea sorrow.
I pray you, sir, for still 'tis beating in my mind your reason for raising this sea storm.
No, thus far forth, by accident most strange, bountiful fortune hath mine enemies brought to this shore. Now, here cease more questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. 'Tis a good dullness. Give it way. I know thou canst not choose. Come away, my servant, come. I am ready now. Approach, my Ariel, come.
All hail, great master, grave sir, hail. I come to answer thy best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on a curled cloud, to thy strong bidding task, Ariel, and all her qualities.
Hast thou, spirit, performed to point the tempest that I bade thee?
To every article. I boarded the king's ship, and in every cabin I flamed amazement.
My brave spirit.
Not a soul but felt the fever of the mad, and played some tricks of desperation.
But are they, Ariel, safe?
Not a hair perished. And on their garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. And, as thou badst me, in troops I have dispersed them about the isle. The king's son I have landed by himself, and sitting his arms in this sad knot.
Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed. But there's more work.
Is there more toil?
Now, Moody, what is thou canst demand?
My liberty.
Before the time be out? No more.
I prithee, remember, I have done thee worthy service. Thou did promise to beat me a full year.
Dost thou forget from what a torment I did free thee?
No.
Oh, thou dost, and think'st it much to do me business in the veins of the earth, when it is baked with frost.
I do not, sir.
Oh, thou liest, malignant thing. Hast thou forgot the foul which Sycorax, with age and envy, was grown into a hoop?
No, sir.
Oh, thou hast. Thou, my slave, was then her servant, and she did confine thee into a cloven pine, where thou didst painfully remain 12 years. In which space she died, and left thee there. It was mine art that made gape the pine, and let thee out.
I thank thee, master.
If thou more murmurest, I will rend an oak, and peg thee in its knotty entrails.
Pardon, master. I will be correspondent to command, and do my spriting gently.
Do so, and after 2 days, I will discharge thee.
That's my noble master. What shall I do? Say what? What shall I do?
Go, make thyself like a nymph of the sea. Be subject to no sight but thine and mine. Go, hence with diligence.
My lord, it shall be done.
Awake, dear heart, awake. Thou hast slept well.
Ooh, the strangeness of your story put heaviness in me.
Well, shake it off, come on. We'll visit Caliban, my slave, who never yields us kind answer.
Oh, 'tis a villain, sir, I do not love to look on.
But as it is, we cannot miss him. He does make our fire, fetch in our fuel, and serves in offices that profit us. But ho, slave, Caliban. Thou, earth thou, speak.
There's wood enough within.
Come forth, I say, there's other business for thee.
As wicked dew, as ere my mother brushed with raven's feather upon unwholesome fin, drop on you both.
For this be sure, tonight thou shalt have cramps. Thou shalt be pinched as thick as honeycombs, each pinch more stinging than the bees that made them.
I must eat my dinner. This island's mine by Sycorax my mother, which thou takest from me. When thou first came, thou stroked me, and made much of me, and taught me how to name the bigger light, and how the less that burns by day and night. And then I loved thee, and showed thee all the qualities of the isle. Oh, cursed be I that did so. All the charms of Sycorax, toads, beetles, bats, light on you.
Thou most lying slave, I have lodged thee in my own cell, tilst thou didst seek to violate the honor of my child.
Wouldst had been done, thou prevented me. I had peopled else this isle with Calibans.
Abhorred slave, which any print of goodness will not take. I pitied thee, took pains to make thee speak. Each hour taught thee one thing or another.
You taught me language, and my profit on it is I know how to curse. The Red Plague rid you for learning me your language.
Hag seed, hence, fetch in some fuel and be quick. Shrugg'st thou malice? Thou art best to answer some other business.
I pray thee, I must obey. No, his art is of such power, it would control my damned god Setibus.
Sekar gadung anggrek lan medori putih. Dijauh penguas mengalihkan kengken pejalane mangulego.
Where should this music be? In the air? Or the earth? It sounds no more. Sure, it waits upon some god of the island. Sitting on a bank. Weeping again. The king, my father's wreck. this music crept by me upon the waters, allaying both their fury and my passion with its sweet air. And thence I have followed it, or it hath drawn me, rather, but 'tis gone. No, it begins again.
Full fathom 5 thy father lies, of his bones are coral made. Those are pearls that were his eyes, nothing of him that doth fade, but doth suffer a sea change into something rich and strange.
The ditty does remember my drowned father. This is no mortal business. I hear it now, above me.
The fringed curtain of thine eye, advance, and say what thou seest yond.
What is it? A spirit? Lord, how it looks about. Believe me, sir, it carries a brave form, but 'tis a spirit.
No, wench, it eats and sleeps, and hath such senses as we have. This gallant, whom thou seest, was in the wreck, and but that he's somewhat stained with grief, thou mightst call him a goodly person. He hath lost his fellows, and strays about to find them.
I might call him a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw so noble.
It goes on, I see, as my soul prompts it. Oh, spirit, fine spirit, I'll set thee free within 2 days for this.
Oh, most sure the goddess on whom these airs attend. Vouchsafe my prayer that you may some good instruction give how I may bear me here. My prime request, which I do last pronounce, is don't you wonder, be you maid or no.
No wonder, sir, but certainly a maid.
My language, heavens, I'm the best of them that speak this speech, were I but where 'tis spoken.
Oh, the best. What wert thou if the King of Naples heard thee?
A single thing, as I am now, that wonders. To hear thee speak of Naples, he does hear me, and that he does, I weep. Myself am Naples, who with mine eyes beheld the king, my father, wrecked.
Alack for mercy.
A word, good sir. I fear you do yourself some wrong. A word.
Why speaks my father so ungently? This is the third man that e'er I saw, the first that e'er I sighed for.
I charge thee that thou attend me. Thou dost here usurp the name thou own'st not, and hast put thyself upon this island as a spy, to win it from me, the Lord on it.
No, as I am a man.
There's nothing ill can dwell in such a temple. If the ill spirit have so fair a house, good things will strive to dwell in it.
Speak not you for him. He's a traitor. Come, I'll manacle thy neck and feet together.
No, I will resist till mine enemy has more power.
Oh, dear father, make not too rash a trial of him.
What I say? My foot, my tutor? Put thy sword up, traitor, who makes to show, but durst not strike. For I can hear disarm thee with this stick, and make thy weapon drop.
Beseech you, father.
Hence, hang not on my garments. Thy nerves are in their infancy again, and have no vigor in them.
So they are. My spirits, as in a dream, are all bound up. Yet, might I but through my prison once a day behold this maid. Space enough have I in such a prison.
It works. Come on, follow me. Hark what else thou shalt do me.
Be of comfort, sir. My father's of a better nature than he appears by speech. This is unwanted, which now came from him.
At the first sight, they have changed eyes. Thou hast done well, fine Ariel. Thou shalt be as free as mountain winds. But then, exactly do all points of my command.
To the syllable.
Beseech you, sir, be merry. You have cause, so have we all of joy, for our escape is much beyond our loss. Then wisely, good sir, weigh our sorrow with our comfort.
Prithee, peace.
He receives his comfort like cold porridge.
Look, he is winding up the watch of his wit. By and by, it will strike.
When every grief is entertained, that's offered comes to the entertainer.
$1.
Dolor comes to him indeed. You spoke truer than you purposed.
And you have taken it wiselier than I meant you should.
What impossible matter will he make easy next?
Is not, good sir, my doublet as fresh as the first day I wore it, when I wore it at your daughter's marriage?
You cram these words into mine ears, against the stomach of my sense. Would I had never married my daughter there, for in coming thence, my son is lost, and in my rate, she too being so far from Italy removed, I never again shall see her.
Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss that would not bless our Europe with your daughter, but rather lose her to a Tunisian, where she at least is banished from your eye.
Prithee, peace.
You were kneeled to and importuned otherwise by all of us. We have lost your son, I fear, forever.
Milan and Naples have more widows in them of this business making than we have men to comfort them.
The fault's your own.
Well, so is the dearest of the lost.
My lord Sebastian, the truth you speak lacks some gentleness, and time to speak it in. You rub the sore when you should bring the plaster.
Very well.
And most surgeonly.
It is foul weather in us all, good sir, when you are cloudy.
Foul weather.
Very foul.
Prithee no more.
Oh, laugh me asleep. I am very heavy.
Go to sleep and hear us.
What? So soon asleep? I wish mine eyes would with themselves shut up my thoughts. Oh, I find they are inclined to do so.
Please you, sir, do not omit the heavy offer of it. Sleep seldom visits sorrow, and when it doth, it is a comforter.
We, too, will guard your person while you take your rest and watch your safety.
Oh, thank you. Wondrous heavy.
What a strange drowsiness possesses them.
It is the quality of the climate.
Why doth it not then my eyelids sink? I find myself not disposed to sleep.
Nor I. My spirits are nimble. Well, they fell together all as by consent. The occasion speaks thee, and my strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head.
What stuff is this?
Oh, that you bore the mind that I do. What sleep is this for your advancement? Do you understand?
Methinks I do.
And how does your content?
I remember you did supplant your brother Prospero.
True. And look how well my garments sit upon me. Much fitter than before. Then my brother's servants were my fellows. Now they are my men.
Thy case, dear friend, shall be my precedent. As thou gotst Milan, I'll come by Naples.
Draw together, and when I rear my hand, do you the like to fall it on Gonzalo.
While you here do snoring lie, open-eyed conspiracy his time doth take. If of life you keep a care, shake off slumber and beware. Awake! Awake!
Good angels, preserve the king!
What? How now? Awake? Why you drawn? Wherefore this ghastly looking?
What's the matter?
Yeah, well, whilst we stood by securing your repose, we heard a hollow burst of bellowing.
I heard nothing.
'Twas a din to frighten monsters, to make an earthquake.
Heard you this, Gonzalo?
On my honor, sir, I heard a humming. That a strange one, too, that did awake me. As my eyes opened, I saw their weapons drawn. There was a noise, that's verily.
Lead off this ground, and let's make further search for my poor son.
Prospero, my lord, shall know what I have done, so can go on safely to seek thy son.
the infections that the sun sucks up from bogs, fens, flats, on Prosper fall, and make him by inch meal a disease. Low, low. Here comes a spirit of his to torment me. For bringing in wood slowly. I'll fall flat. Perchance he will not mind me.
Why, here's neither bush nor shrub to bear off any weather at all. And another storm brewing. I hear it sing in the wind. What have we here? A man or a fish? Ooh, dead or alive? A fish. He smells like a fish. A very ancient and fish-like smell. Legged like a man. His fins? Like arms. By my troth. Why, I do let loose my opinion. This is no fish, but an islander that hath lately suffered by a thunderbolt. Oh, alas, the storm is come again. Ooh. My best way is to creep under his gabardine. There's no other shelter hereabouts. Oh, misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. Ooh.
I shall no more to see. Here shall I die ashore. This is a scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral. Oh, well, here's my comfort.
Do not torment me.
Have we devils here? Do you put tricks upon us with savages and men of Ind?
The spirits torment me.
Why, this is some monster of the Isle. With 4 legs. Where the devil should he learn our language? Oh, well, I'll give him some relief, if it be but for that.
Thou hast done me yet but little hurt. Oh, it wilt anon. I know it by thy trembling. Now Prosper works upon thee.
What's the matter? Come open your mouth.
Huh?
Here is that which will give language to you, cat.
Huh?
Open your mouth.
Why, I should know that voice. It should be, Oh, but he is drowned and these are devils. Oh, defend me.
4 legs and 2 voices? A most delicate monster. His forward voice is to speak well of his friend, and his backward voice is to utter foul speech and to detract.
Stefano?
Doth thy other mouth call me? Mercy, mercy.
Oh, Stefano, if thou beest Stefano, touch me and speak to me, for I am Trinculo.
I don't want to. What? If thou beest Trinculo, come forth. No, I'll pull thee by thy lesser legs. If any be Trinculo's legs, these are they.
Whoa!
Thou art very Trinculo indeed.
Is the storm o'erblown? I hid me neath the dead mooncalf's gabardine for fear of the storm. And art thou living, Stefano? Oh, Stefano!
Ow.
Do Neapolitan skate?
No, I prithee, do not turn me about. My stomach is not constant.
These be fine things, and if they be not sprites, well, that's a brave god that bears celestial liquor. I will kneel to him.
How didst thou escape? How camest thou hither? Swear by this bottle how thou escaped.
Well, I'll swear by that bottle to be thy true subject, for the liquor is not earthly.
Swear how thou escapest.
Swum ashore, man. Like a duck. I can swim like a duck. I'll be sworn.
Well, here, kiss the book. Oh, though thou canst swim like a duck, thou art made like a goose.
Oh, Stefano, hast thou more of this?
Oh, the whole butt, man. My cellar is in a rock by the seaside, where my wine is hid. How now, moon calf? How does thine ague?
Hast thou not dropped from heaven?
Out of the moon. I do assure thee, I was the man in the moon when time was.
I have seen thee in her, and I do adore thee.
He's so stupid. Well, here, swear to that then. Kiss the book. I will furnish it anon with new contents.
Well drawn, monster. Did good
Oh, I will show thee every inch of the isle. I pray thee, be my god.
A most perfidious and drunken monster. When God's asleep, he'll rob his bottle.
I'll lick thy foot and swear myself thy true subject.
Well, come on then. Down and swear.
Oh, I'll show thee all the best springs. Oh, I'll pluck thee berries.
Get the big one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll fish for thee. Oh, and get thee wood enough. A plague on the tyrant that I serve. I'll bear him no more sticks, and serve only thee, thou wondrous man. Oh.
Yes, yes. I prithee now, lead the way with no more talking. Tranquillo. Our king and all our company, else being drowned, we shall inherit here. Here. Bear my bottle. I will fill him again, by and by.
Farewell, master. Farewell, farewell.
A howling monster. A drunken monster.
No more dams I'll make for fish or fetching, firing at requiring ban. Caliban has a new master, get a new man. Freedom, hide-a, freedom, freedom, hide-a, freedom, freedom, hide-a, freedom, freedom, hide-a,
There be some sports are painful, and their labor, delight in them, sets off. I must remove some thousands of these logs and pile them up. My sweet mistress, she weeps when she sees me work. Oh, and I forget. These sweet thoughts do even refresh my labors. I'm most busy least when I do it.
Alas, now pray you, work not so hard, and would the lightning had burnt up those logs you are enjoying to pile.
Most dear mistress, the sun will set before I shall discharge what I must strive to do.
If you'll sit down, I'll bear your logs the while. Pray, give me that. I'll carry it to the pile.
No, precious creature, I'd rather break my back or crack my sinews than you should such dishonor undergo, while I sit lazy by.
I do not know one of my sex. No woman's face remember, save from a glass mine own. Nor have I seen more that I may call men than you, good friend, and my dear father, but by my modesty, I would not desire any companion in the world but you.
I am, in my condition, a prince, Miranda. I do think the king wished were not so. The very instant that I saw you did my heart fly to your service, and for your sake am I this patient log man.
Do you love me?
Oh, heaven, oh, earth, bear witness to this sound. I do beyond all limit of what else is in the world, do love, prize, honor you.
I am a fool to weep at what I am glad of.
Fair encounter of two such rare affections. Heavens rain grace on that which breeds between them.
Wherefore weep you?
It's mine unworthiness that dare not offer what I desire to give. I am your wife if you will marry me. If not, I'll die your maid. To be your fellow, you may deny me, but I'll be your servant whether you will or no.
My mistress, dearest, and I are thus humble ever.
My husband, then?
Here's my hand.
And mine, with my heart in it. And now farewell, till half an hour hence.
A thousand.
So glad of this as they who are surprised withal. I cannot be, yet my rejoicing that nothing can be more. I'll do my book, for yet ere supper time must I perform much business appertaining.
Drink, servant monster, when I bid thee. Thy eyes are almost set in thy head.
Oh, well, where should they be set else? He'd be a brave monster indeed if they were, in his tail.
Well, my man monster has drowned his tongue in sack.
How doth thy honor? Oh, let me, lick thy shoe.
Thou debauched fish, thou.
Trinculo, keep a good tongue in thy head. The poor monster's my subject, and he will not suffer indignities.
Oh, I thank my noble lord. Wilt thou be pleased to hearken once again to the suit that I made thee?
Marry will I. Kneel and repeat it. I shall stand, and so shall Trinculo.
As I told thee before, I am subject to a tyrant, a sorcerer, who, by his cunning, hath cheated me of the isle.
Thou liest.
Thou liest, thou jesting monkey, thou. I would my valiant master would destroy thee. Oh, I do not lie.
Trinculo! If thou troubles him any further in his tale, then by this hand I'll supplant some of your teeth.
I said nothing.
Well, mum, then, and no more. Come, proceed.
I say by sorcery he got it. From me he got it.
Stand farther off.
Yeah.
Proceed.
As I told thee before, it is his custom in the afternoon to sleep. There, thou mayest brain him, or having first seized his books, or with a log batter his skull, or paunch him with a stake, or cut his weason with thy knife.
Not the weason.
Remembering first to seize his books, for without them he is as a sot, well, as I am. And then, most deeply to consider is the beauty of his daughter.
Is it so, brave, alas?
Aye, my lord, she will become thy bed, I warrant, and bring thee forth brave brood.
Monster? I shall kill this man. His daughter and I shall be king and queen, save our graces. And Trinculo and thyself shall be viceroys. Oh. Dost thou like the plot, Trinculo? Oh no, Mama.
Excellent.
Give me thy hand. I'm sorry I beat thee, but while thou livest, keep a good tongue in thy head.
Within this half hour, he will be asleep. Wilt thou destroy him then?
Aye, on mine honor.
This I will tell my master.
You have made me merry and full of pleasure. Oh, will you troll the cat you taught me well ere?
At thy request, monster, will do reason. Why, any reason. Come, Trinculo, let us sing. Flautum and scoutum and scoutum and flautum, for 'tis free.
That is not the tune. Oh.
What is this same?
Why, this is the tune of our catch. Played by the picture of nobody.
Zoinks!
Be not afeared. The isle is filled with sounds, noises, and sweet airs that delight, but hurt not.
Well, this shall prove to be a brave kingdom to me, where I shall have my music for nothing.
When Prospero is destroyed.
Oh, that shall be by and by. I remember the story.
The sound is going away. Let's follow it and do our work after.
Here.
Lead the way, monster. We'll follow thee. Oh, I would I could see this taborer. Ooh, he lays it on.
Wilt come? Oh, I'll follow thee. Stefano! can go no further. My old bones ache. I needs must rest me.
Old Lord, I cannot blame thee. Even here I'll put off my hope. He is drowned, whom thus we stray to find.
I am right glad that he's so out of hope.
The next advantage will we take thoroughly.
Let it be tonight.
I say tonight, no more.
Hark! What harmony is this? Good friends, hark!
Marvelous. Sweet music.
Wilt thou taste of what is here?
I will stand to and feed. Although my last, no matter. For I feel the best is past. Brother, my lord, the duke, stand to and do as we.
You are three men of sin, whom destiny hath caused to belch up you. Being most unfit to live, I have made you mad. But remember this, that you three from Milan did supplant good Prospero, for which foul deed the powers have incensed the seas and shores.
In the name of something holy, good sir, why stand you in this strange stare?
Oh, it is monstrous, monstrous. Methought the thunder, that deep and dreadful organ pipe, did pronounce the name of Prosper.
But one foe at a time, I'll fight their legions o'er.
I'll be thy second.
All three of them are desperate. Their great guilt, like poison given to work some long time after, now begins to bite their spirits.
If I have too austerely punished you, your compensation makes amends. For I have given you here 1/3 of my own life for that for which I live. All thy vexations were but my trials of thy love. Here, before heaven, I ratify this my rich gift. Ferdinand, thou shalt find she will outstrip all praise, and make it halt behind her.
I do believe it. Against an oracle.
Fairly spoke. Sit then and talk with her. She is thine own. Ariel, my industrious servant, Ariel.
What would my potent master? Here I am.
Thou and thy meaner fellows your last service did worthily perform, but I must use you in such another trick, for I must bestow upon the eyes of this young couple some vanity of my art.
Presently?
Aye, with a twink.
I drink the air before me and return, or ere your pulse twice beat.
Look thou be true. Give not dalliance, too much the rein, be more abstemious, or else, good night your vow.
I warrant you, sir, the white cold virgin snow upon my heart abates the ardor of my liver.
Come away, my Ariel. Bring a multitude rather than lack a spirit. Appear, and pertly. Now watch. No tongue, all eyes, be silent.
May I be bold to think these spirits?
Spirits, which by mine art I have called to enact my present fancy. Well done. Avoid no more. I had forgot the foul conspiracy of the beast Caliban and his confederates against my life. The very minute of their plot has almost come.
Oh, this is strange. Your father's in some passion that works him strongly.
Never till this day saw I him touched with anger, so distempered.
You do look, my son, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. These our revels now are ended. And as these are actors, as I foretold, were all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. If you be pleased, retire unto my cell, and there repose a while. A turn or two I'll walk to still my beating mind.
We wish your peace.
Come with a thought. I thank thee, Ariel. Come!
Thy thoughts I cleave to. What's thy pleasure?
Spirit, we must prepare to meet with Caliban.
I, my commander, when I presented Ceres, I thought to have told thee of it. But I feared lest I might anger thee.
Say again, where didst thou leave these varlets?
I told you, sir. They were red hot with drinking. When I beat my tabor, they pricked their ears, lifted up their noses as if they smelt music. At last, I left them in the filthy mantled cesspool beyond your cell. There, dancing up to their chins, that the foul lake overstunk their feet.
Oh, thou hast done well, my bird. Thy shape invisible retain thou still for stale to catch these thieves.
I go.
A devil, a born devil, upon whose nature nurture can never stick. I'll plague them all, even to roaring.
Ow.
Pray thee, my lord, tread softly, so that the blind mole will not hear a footfall. We are now near his cell.
Monster! Your fairy, who you say is a harmless fairy, has done little better than play the jack with us.
Monster! I smell horse piss, at which my nose is in great indignation. So is mine.
My good lord, give me thy favor still. Speak softly, be patient. All's hushed as midnight yet.
But to lose our bottles in the pool.
There is not only disgrace and dishonor in that monster, but an infinite loss.
Lady King, be quiet. Dost thou not seest? This is the mouth of his cell. No noise, and enter. Do that good mischief that will make this island thine own forever. And I, thy Caliban, I, thy foot liquor.
Ooh, I do begin to have bloody thoughts.
Oh, King Stefano. Oh, Pierre. Oh, worthy Stefano. Look what a wardrobe is here for thee.
Leave it alone, thy fool. It is but trash.
Oh, monster. We know it belongs to a frippery.
Put off that gown, Trinculo. By this hand. I shall have that gown.
Your Grace shall have it.
Oh, the dropsy drown this fool. What do you mean to dote on such luggage? Let's alone and do the murder first.
Go to, monster. Put some lime on your fingers and away with the rest.
Nice.
Oh, I'll have none on it. We shall lose our time.
Go to, monster. And take this.
Oh, and this.
Why? And this.
Oh, and this.
And the paisley one.
Oh, and this.
Let's get out of here. I don't want to go alone. Why does this always happen to me? I hate monsters. I had a monster in my bedroom. That was terrible. But then I had a monster in my dreams. That was even worse. Why does this always happen to me?
Hark, they roar.
Let them be hunted soundly. I don't want to be hunted soundly.
Soundly, oh, go right in the... Oh, no, oh, this is so bad. Oh, ouch. Ow, ow, oh, I never intended to bring them again.
How does my project gather to a head? My charms crack not, my spirits obey, and time goes upright with his carriage. How's the day?
On the 6th hour, at which time, my lord, you said our work should cease.
I did say so, when first I raised the Tempest. Say, Spirit, how fares the king and his followers?
Confined together in the same fashion as you gave in charge. They cannot budge till your release. Your charm so strongly works them, that if you now beheld them, your affections would become tender.
Dost thou think so, Spirit?
Mine would, sir, were I human.
And mine shall. Hast thou which art but air, touch, a feeling of their afflictions? And shall not myself, one of their kind, be kindlier moved than thou art? Oh, with their high wrongs I am struck to the quick, yet with my nobler reason against my fury do I take part. Go, release them, Ariel. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I'll fetch them, sir.
Leong ramian ikang sesangke.
Yells of hills, brooks, standing lakes and groves, by whose aid I have bedimmed the noontide sun, called forth the mutinous winds, and twixt the green sea and the azured vault set roaring war. Come forth. But this rough magic I do here abjure. And when I have required some heavenly music to work mine end upon their senses, I'll break my staff, bury it certain fathoms in the earth, and deeper than it ever plummet sound, I'll drown my book. Solemn air, the best comforter for an unsettled fancy. Cure thy brains, now useless, boiled within thy skull.
All torment, trouble, wonder, and amazement inhabit here. Some heavenly power guide us out of this fearful country.
Behold, Sir King, the wronged Duke of Milan, Prospero.
Whether thou beest here, no, or some enchanted trifle to abuse me, I not know. Thy dukedom I resign, And do entreat thee, pardon me my wrongs. But how should Prospero be living and be here?
Whether this be or not be, I'll not swear.
Welcome, my friends all.
If thou beest Prospero, give us particulars of thy preservation.
My dukedom, since you have given it me again, I will requite you with as good a thing. This cell's my court. Pray you look in.
If this prove a vision of the island, one dear son shall I twice lose.
Though the seas threaten, they are merciful, and I have cursed them without cause.
Now all the blessings of a glad father compass thee about. Arise and say how thou camest here.
Oh, wonder! How many goodly creatures are there here? How beauteous mankind is. Oh, brave new world that has such people in it.
'Tis new to thee. There are yet missing of your company some few odd lads that you remember not.
Every man shift for all the rest, and let no man take care for himself. Waka, waka, waka.
Oh, if these be true spies I wear in my head, here's a goodly sight.
Is this not Stefano, my drunken butler?
Oh, touch me not. I'm not Stefano, but a Caramp.
Thou wouldst be king of the isle, sirrah.
I should have been a sore one then.
Oh, Setibus, oh, these be brave spirits indeed.
Two of these fellows you must know and own, this thing of darkness. I acknowledge mine. Sir, I invite your highness and your train unto my poor cell, where you shall take your rest for this one night. Which part of it I'll waste with such discourse as I not doubt will make it go quick away.
I long to hear the story of your life.
I shall deliver all, and promise you calm seas and auspicious gales that shall greet your royal fleet far off. Ariel, my chick, that is thy charge. Then to the elements be free, and fare thou well. Now my charms are all o'erthrown, and what strength I have's mine own. Now I lack spirits to enforce, art to enchant, and my ending will be despair, unless it be relieved by prayer. which pierces so it frees all faults, as you from crimes would pardoned be. Let your indulgence set me free.